Let's go, guys. Let's kick some ass. Let's get straight on into iCast your freaking awesome replays. It is the Watching from the Shadows challenge, where players had to indulge their perverted side and try to watch their opponent from the closet while they're up to their private activities. And yeah, I don't know. Touch yourself, take advantage of it, do an ambush, do some cool shit. Basically, we wanted to see creative scouting, map vision, create some different situations. So let's see what we've got here. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, representing Taste the Bacon, it's Serprex. Representing my clan, who, of course, were the runners up in CTL. By the way, VOD of that will be out in just a day or two at most, guys. Should be out later today. I forgot to mark it down as urgent for the YouTube queue, but I moved it up to the top of the list, so it should be going up as soon as it's ready. Up here in the top left, representing USCE, it's Aline, all in EA. Someone who loves EA, Electronic Arts, the favorite publisher, and they like going all in. Sure, that's what the name means. Already a probe going up to the corner of the map here for some proxy magic by the looks of it. And there's going to be an expansion there. Guys, if you do want to get your replays in for next week, please do go ahead. The challenge is a beautiful one. It is 1-2 punch. Try and hit in two places at once. Distract in one area, hit him in the other. Show us your best two-pronged maneuvers as often as possible in as creative, interesting, exciting, or cheesy and silly ways as possible. Send your replays in, trying out some 1-2 punches on the ladder. Send me your best games, and hopefully they'll get featured in next week's show. As always, show will be this time, right now, Sunday afternoon or evening if you're in Europe or in America, and that is first thing Monday morning in Australia. So try to get your replays in about a day ahead of time. So Sunday cutoff for Australia, Saturday cutoff for EU and NA. And yeah, try to get your reps in. The show's kind of just getting back into the swing of things. Once again, big shout out to Fluxior, who is our new leveled up Eon Blue. You know, he's like Eon Blue, but we upgraded him. We gave him cybernetic implants. We made him Dutch, so he's probably like 6 to 8 inches taller than him, since Dutch people are taller than literally everyone in the entire world. Really, I actually have no idea how tall Fluxior is, but I feel really bad if he's like really short now. He's like, I'm a really short Dutch person. I've never met a short Dutch person. Has anyone ever met a short Dutch person? If you guys think about it, it's like grubby. It's like 12 feet tall. I think Loco is probably the shortest Dutch person I know. He's like just like a normal 6 foot. I think he's about, right? He's like a tiny Dutch person. You got Hostyn. It's like 7 foot tall. You've got actually Euthermal. Euthermal's like a regular sized human. He's like super regular sized. Oh, 2 probes versus 1 Reaper. Bravest probes I've ever seen. Look at that. They're like, nah, man, let's go. The Reaper's like, are you guys sure? This is like one of those fights where, you guys know those old YouTube videos where it's like professional fighter gets attacked by 5 dudes and he's like running backwards, boxing. He just keeps knocking dudes out with like 1 punch while like a bunch of dudes try to jump him on the street. Unfortunately, does end up getting run over by the car after knocking out 2 probes there. The Adept is a car in this analogy. Apparently, Loco's 6'11". Roddy is 7 feet tall. Yep, that's true. Roddy is actually a giant. Yeah, dude, Dutch people are huge. So does that carry over into other areas, Fluxy, or is it just in height? Is it? No, you don't want to. Okay. He says you said you're 6 foot. Are you actually 6'5", Fluxior? I wouldn't even be surprised. That's like average height in goddamn Holland, man. That's actually average height. He's like, yeah, I'm 6'5". Around. What is that from? Where the guy says like I'm 12 inches around or something? What movie is that from? That line always pops into my head and I can never remember what the fuck it's from. Looks like we got some pervy boys. I love this, proxy pervy boys. So Serprex wants to just get some vision with the pervy boys. You know what? It's a classic one. Nothing too creative, but they've been proxied and I want to see them everywhere. So let's see if Serprex can just get vision of literally everything, full on map hack style, and see what we can do. Apparently Ron Jeremy used to say I'm 5 inches ... from the ground. Somebody in chat saying, hey guys, I wanted to ask, why is Casually Explained not streaming or tweeting? Casually Explained did say they had a whole bunch of content planned and wouldn't be doing StarCraft for a while. Like they weren't saying they weren't definitely going to do it, but they just knew they wouldn't have time for a while. So if you go back through Casually Explained's Twitter feed, maybe like a few weeks, he explained that he'd be away from streaming for a while. Oh my god, you're not gonna set it up there. It's like 50% overlap on these observers' vision. Oh my god, this is disgusting, guys. This is literally like, oh no, like these Marines are all going to be Dutch ruddering each other, and there's going to just be like, do you feel like somebody's watching us? Do you feel? I feel like somebody maybe is watching us. Oh, dude, talk about the you know, you always talk about like the boogeyman under the bed. It's the dirty pervert observer. If you're a Terran child growing up, you're like, Mummy, there's an observer under my bed. And she's like, no, little Billy. There's no observer under there. You're just imagining it. He's like, no, seriously, I can I can hear some robotic throbbing and pulsating. Look at it, it's throbbing. Tell me that's not fucking creepy. It's like, Mummy, get rid of the observers under my bed. Despite that, I don't think this drop actually got spotted coming out. So it's going to come in here, and Serprex is not in position to defend it. And look at Serprex's wall off walling the unit, so they're going to have to run around. What is this? SimCity from Serprex? I think that's a dead third, guys. These units way out of position. Serprex is like, yeah, I don't think I can get it. Look, the units are like, oh, I don't know if we can get out, man. I'm too busy putting observers all over the map. Aleni is like, take the third, get out. Take the third, get out. Drop a scan. Serprex is like dropping random shield batteries here. This is amazing. By the way, is this observer going to set up right there? I mean, you know, there's watching your opponent, your opponent in the bedroom from the closet, but then there's nothing like doing that with a friend watching as well, right? Have a bit of company. Setting those observers. Oh, Serprex. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that drop does get cleaned up. Not before it gets a few stalkers. This third being denied. And indeed, once again, yeah, they're all kind of overlapping here. Just the absolute glory to the watching from the shadows, man. Whew. That medevac is going to get on out of there. We've got the Viagra upgrade for the Colossus on the way before the first Colossus even starts. So it doesn't even have a go. Says, you know what? I don't want to be embarrassed. Let's just make sure we've got that upgrade to, you know, extend things. Make sure there's nothing to be ashamed of before we get going. And pretty good bio build here from the Terran. Just kind of, you know, multiple barracks. A couple of libs coming in. Actually, eBay's only now going down, and there's only 3 barracks. Third command center is down, but the Terran's pretty behind in workers. So if Serprex can like actually get a third and a fourth back up, we'll be in a good spot. But right now it's moving across the map with what to me looks like the classic Protoss F2 A move. You know, I love this, guys. This is the power of the pervert mode of the observers. You don't need control groups, and they stay in position. Oh man, Alenia has no idea that literally everything is spotted. Now, what would be amazing here is if Serprex looks at this, says, I can see 3 tanks, 2 libs, and a bunch of Marines up a ramp, and then still decides to headbutt. But it's like, okay, all right, you can defend that ramp. Brings 2 cheeky probes. They open up the back door, and he's going to run in. Now, these Adepts don't have glaives. These Zealots don't have charge. This is a pretty low-tier army. Lift. There's only 2 Stalkers that shoot up. That command center should survive here. Marines have stim. They don't have 1/1 shields or anything like that just yet. I mean, this is such a better army for the Terran, but the libs are sieged in the wrong direction right now. And that's still a lot of Marines, though. Oh, Serprex. Oh, no, Serprex. I don't know if this is the right engagement. The Marines without shields go down. 1 tank goes down. There's another tank siege in the back. The Liberators finally do change directions and realize, hey, it's probably a good idea to face towards the enemy. And you know what? Overall, lifts the third, takes out a few workers. Not a bad attack at all here for Serprex. By the way, guys, can we talk about Serprex's name for just a little bit? It's not just me who feels like Serprex kind of sounds like it's like a new type of rubber, right? It's like ultra durable, super thin for his and her pleasure. You know, it's like, don't forget to buy new Serprex condoms. Well, right now it certainly looks like Serprex is not using protection for this army, because that's what we call a big old fuck off YOLO, where you simply A-move a couple of units. Oh no, don't go through there! What is this? What is this attack? Yeah, that is most certainly not the sort of attack that had any protection behind it. That was a little bit YOLO right there. Serprex has said, you know what? You're trapped in your base. I don't need more than these 4 observers right now. We're just going to continue to have vision of literally everything. So there is no shadow. If you want a little bit of privacy, this here is the FAP corner of the Terran base up there, I guess. That's, or if you want to, you know, no one to watch you while you're taking a dump, maybe it's the latrine is there, FAP corner's there. Oh, I guess there's a little area here. Could be some other black market dealings. That's where the black market for the stims goes on, down here behind there. But honestly, I love oh my god, Cerberus is just gonna go for another. No, don't go. No! Oh, he's so proud. He's so loud and proud. He's like, look at my extended thermal lance. Actually does come forward and just fucks up a ton of Marines. Not bad. 4 Colossus, nothing that shoots up at all. Thankfully, there's no Vikings out, and these 4 Colossus decide, you know what? We showed you how large and in charge we are. Now we're just gonna rotate around. Cerberus is in control of this game. These probes still opening up this. I love that the depot walled it off initially, but it's been opened up even more, and Alene, Linie is in trubs right now. So these Colossus once again gonna waltz in here. Cerberus sending in 2 random chads. No charge just yet. The Colossus like, oh my god, don't go in there, Marines. No. They're gonna go for it. All right, yeah, this is pretty brutal. So checking out the saturation, a little oversaturated. Cerberus floating just a little bit of money. Wouldn't mind maybe 5 or 6 more bases right now. We'll have to see exactly where they go with that. I think at this point as the Terran player, you're kind of going, you know what? Would be really nice as if we just got more Marauders here. Marauders are actually amazing. Oh, a Pervy Boy just went down. Wait, the Raven popped out. Only noticed 1 Pervy Boy. There's still 3 Pervy Boys on top of the production. No. But yeah, basically, as I was saying, I mean, you'd really want like a lot of Marauders and Vikings, and you'd crush this army, right? I mean, there's a lot of charge zealots coming in, which would be great versus the tanks, and these Marines are still really shittily. No shields, man. No shields. These are some fucking conscript soldiers that you just throw into the meat grinder, dude. I mean, the libs, the Vikings are going to do great. It's just, how do you ever get a push going, right? Gigantic Colossus army. Marines, get out of there. The Marines. Oh, no. The Marines. Operation Marine Shield goes into the front line. I mean, the tanks and Vikings are going to savage these Colossus, though. The Colossus starting to fall. All the zealots are gone. Oh, my God. What are you doing? Cerberus, get out of there. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, no. These Colossus. Oh, Stalker's going to go in, try to take out these Vikings. But there's tanks there. The tanks just obliterate the Stalkers. The Colossus all go down, and oh, Cerberus there gets a little bit too excited and loses a massive army. This Raven though, oh no. Oh, you're kidding me. No! Oh, down the chasm. Yeah, you're not gonna retrieve anything from down there. You know, I love how a lot of these maps have these cool little chasms. Been reading my my Brandon Sanderson. I'm thinking a bit of the Shattered Plains right now. Go down there. Be a lot of corpses down there on this map, right? You could salvage some good shit. Go down there. Yeah, you see little paths. Don't know if there's any chasm feeds down there. Probably is. We'd have to see. Looks like Blink and more Colossus seems to be the answer from Cerberus. Now, with the tank count, oh, it's not growing anymore. Okay, I mean, it could work. I like how we're building Ravens, by the way, guys. Don't you love how every Terran thinks they're going to use like 2 siege units, a very fragile, micro-intensive flyer, and a spellcaster flyer that's even more micro-intensive? Oh, the Marines! Ah, stop running towards the Colossus. Holy shit, man. Dude, it's like they're kittens and the Colossus is like a fucking red laser dot, you know? They're just like, oh, let's run at it. It's like, no, stop, get back. Let the tanks and Vikings do the work. These Stalkers are gonna come in. That's looking like a one-way trip to me, man. Oh, the Observer, he's gonna blink in the main. Blink's not done. Blink's not done. Blink's like 50 seconds from finishing. I think he wanted to blink in the main and then just realized Blink wasn't ready. Oh, Cerberus. I mean, this is the worst ad for Cerberus ever. I'm definitely never gonna use Cerberus, guys. Dude, I feel like abstinence is the way to go. I'm gonna go back and listen to my high school PE. He's like, abstinence, or he's like, you can also use the pull-out technique. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Let's use Cerberus. And then there's like the ad is just this dude impregnating himself like constantly. Look at this. Just no fucks given, man. He's like, I'd like chlamydia, please. Could I please have some chlamydia? The tank's like, okay, if you want it. And he's like, ah, great. Now I'm gonna... Serprex here is trying to break, but this Terran is just sieging up, man. I feel like we got to make some sort of air transition work. I mean, you've still got great map vision as Serprex, but trying to crack into a wall of tank slibs and Vikings, I mean, it's some good rotations from Serprex. They just haven't quite found the opening, and looks like this Terran is just very happy to just turtle up right now. Oh, he's going to go for it. Oh, those Marines getting shredded by the charged Colossus, but the Colossus disappear to those Vikings. In the end, though, once again, another incredible fight for the Terran, who is up 6,000 resources lost, and we've just got these small Protoss armies that keep crashing in just a little at a time, and not waiting for the power to build up and get into those numbers that we'd like to see. You know, there's been a lot of map control for Serprex this whole time as well, but remember, the probes have only just been transferred from the main, still haven't been transferred from the natural. So there could have been maybe 6 bases up, could have been a big economic advantage, but this Terran is just pulled into his shell, set up his walls, and it's been some brutal stuff, man. It's like the barbarian Protoss hordes throwing themselves upon the spiked entrenchments of the Terran. It's like Starship Troopers, except Protoss instead of Zerg. That's what this game's been like so far. Did we just see another Pervy boy? Yeah, one more Pervy boy. Looks like this one's with the army. This Immortal and Stalk are going to try to break through here. Are they? Maybe. Once again, though, I think Serprex maybe not quite having the army just ready. Just a few more rounds of warp-ins. And I feel like Serprex can still take this army out, because you got to remember that All-In's army is incredibly fragile. It's almost all tank, Liberator, Viking. There's almost nothing on the ground. A couple of Marines with 2-1. Oh god, going forward, All-In is like, hey, he's running. Let's push. I don't know if that's the right call, man. Runs down the Archons, destroy a lot of those Marines. It looks like the numbers might just be enough here. Those Liberators sieging up, the Stalkers versus the Libs, only 2 Libs standing, only 5 Stalkers remaining. These units going down on both sides. This Immortal count so low. Looks like those Immortals are going to go down, and the Terran does once again stand their ground. Imagine just 1 or 2 more rounds of Zealots in these fights. It would change everything. But every fight the Protoss takes is just a little bit too few units. And once again, I think the Terran is barely going to hang on. I mean, the Terran should pull back. All his tanks and Libs are off to the left-hand side. Just has to keep these Medevacs and Vikings alive for now. We've still got only a couple of barracks production. It's finally up to 8 barracks, actually, but only recently. Oh, the Pervy boys go down! High Templar going in. Storm is now finished, but they do not have energy for that. Morphing Archons in range of tanks. Not necessarily. Oh, just out of range. He's going to pull back. But yeah, Serprex here. I think we're seeing that this, you know, it's not enough protection right now. We need some new layers, man. Need some new expansions. This Terran's just sieging the tanks and Libs, and this whole time, I mean, this side has been open up to Prisms, as has had this side. Prisms could have been hitting the back of these bases with Charge Lot Zealot Warp in at any moment, but on Thunderbird, trying to just break the front. There's only really 2 angles you can attack, and we've seen great defense from the Terran. Mass siege units trying to hang on here. This Archon has a dream. I do like the way the units are always kind of trailing across the map a little bit. And I feel like, even though the Terran's kind of been ahead a long time, it's still mass Viking versus someone who's, I was going to say isn't building Colossus, but is actually just swapping back into Colossus right now. And this army is still just, you know, generally, this move forward like that has happened so many times. And just imagine if there's, yeah, that spell there. That one didn't quite hit as much as it could have. But, I mean, just the way this Terran army is being controlled. There's no harassment on the Protoss side of the map. And you can see, just imagine all these air units clumping right above this bio. And it's just like a big old sign saying, please storm me. Please, give us a bath. We're a bunch of filthy Terran units. We're clumped up. We're dirty. We're filthy. Just give us a scrub behind the ears, you know? That being said, okay, 3 more High Templar, just warp in. That's like my my favorite way of Protoss players losing games, myself included, is just forgetting to warp in High Templar after I lose them all after a fight. And then like the fight happens and I'm trying to storm and I'm like, oh, they don't have any High Templar in here. Oh, Serprex is gonna go for a backstab. The army not paying attention. Uh-oh, Zealots and a Stalker running into that natural at the same time. I think this army is waiting for him to pull out of position, but there's a planetary at the front, so isn't really gonna be able to take advantage of that. A couple of SCVs gonna go down, but there is 70 of them. So I'm not sure it really matters too much. Yeah, this one's gonna get cleaned up. Just a little bit of lost mining time. No worries, no stress there. And yeah, 82 workers for our Protoss player who has just got masses of probes Stalker actually did run into the main base. The scan sees 2 observers. And he's like, wait, what? Why do you have 2 observers on my base? This one here, by the way. This observer's like, I see everything. Oh, he's gonna go in the front. Zealots take out the tank. That base. Oh, Storm the SCV. Storms on the Viking. Where are the Storms? Show me your Storms, Surprex. Show me your Stormies. The Zealots. Oh no, he's not gonna. He didn't storm the SCVs in time. Oh, the planetary holds. Oh, units lost tab in this game is so disgusting. These Zealots and Stalkers F2 past that siege tank. They could have killed that tank. They get distracted. This Colossus comes in once again, proud of his large extended thermal lance, and does just get absolutely nut punched right there. Oh my god. Yeah, this unit's lost tab 10,000 resources mine. Now we've got more High Templar warping in. I mean, that's it. No, don't morph Archons. You need Storm. You're so screwed if you don't have Storm. One more Pervy Boy sees them here. Another Pervy Boy sees the army moving into position. There are so few units for Surprex. I mean, this has got to be a Terran win. This has got to be a Terran win. Surprex has had some awesome map vision, but like, come on. Triple the army supply. We're attacking with 3 Zealots and an Archon. I don't know if that's going to cut it. There's no High Templar. There's only 1. I mean, you've got... This Terran army has to storm itself to death. It did just stim. Storm. Oh, no. This is the Storm. Oh, no. Oh, Surprex. Let's try to build cannons in the natural, but there's no splash damage. We've got like 4 Immortals queued up a Robo. Zealots keep going in 2 or 3 at a time. We need High Templar desperately, or Disruptors. And we need the Terran to just get a boner. This is that moment where, as the Protoss, you're going, think sexy thoughts, stim. Please just panic and accidentally press stim 5 times in a row. This is how I win this game. There's 1. He's like, that's 1. Please press it again. Press it again. Come on. Get a bit excited. Unfortunately, so far, All In has used the waistband trick and has managed to tuck away the excitement for now. Is keeping it contained. Come. Oh. I think maybe 1 more stim just went down, actually. Looks like 1 more did go down. Oh, getting a little bit excited. A few Zealots come in. Needs another stim. Doesn't bait it. Oh, the Terran staying calm and focused here in the midst of the chaos. And I think our Protoss player may be fucked. These Immortals not going to pop out. You will get, of course, all that money refunded. A lot of people think you lose your money. Watch the resources go up. That goes down. Bam. 700 minerals pop back into the bank. You do not need to cancel units that are building. You will get full money back. Same with upgrades. Probes and Zealots are going to go for a little bit of a last stand here. Shit. I think the Templar Archives is gone, right? Oh, now it is. Oh no, didn't warp up any backup Templar. Oh, they were the only way this would have been held. Zealots keep going in 3 or 4 at a time. Stop. Surprex. I mean, it's pretty much an unwinnable situation, but the number of times Surprex has just moved like 3 units in is like, no! Oh, definitely not double bagging it this game. This is like, you're like, I can just use a bike tire repair kit to repair this Surprex. I mean, it says extra durable. It's like, it has holes in it, dude. He's like, it says extra durable, twice as safe. I'm like, it's clearly like being eaten by moths or something, dude. You cannot use a bike tire repair kit to repair a condom. Just no. And Surprex, like, it'll be fine. Gets his bike tire repair kit, kind of covers it up, and then is like, let's go for it. I think it might be over here at this point. I mean, the Zealot backstab, that's going to be a useful one. Look at this war. The Drilly Boys repairing while it takes damage. But the Zealots do finally just start tearing them all down. Gonna try and make a planetary in the face of these. Zealots on hold position. Uh-oh. I think an attack move might have been the better call there. Gateway's coming down. I mean, this Terran army does need to get a move on. Still being patient with the stims. Like, they're all a little bit bruised. They're all a little addicted, you know. They do like getting a hit. But another... Oh. Run away, Zealots! Run away! No, not again! Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, these are the bravest Chads of all time, right? This is like the classic, like, you know, like the Knights want to be the one who slays the dragon, so they go into its lair one at a time and get, like, roasted by it. Except in this case, it's the Chads go in 2 or 3 at a time. Like, yeah, we'll be the ones to take down the 47 Marines. This time, these ones are the final smart Zealots who run the other way. These probes trying to get out of their piles, trying to get out. These Zealots doing some good damage, actually, over here. 3-2 Zealots starting to tear it up a little bit. Some more Zealots and Probes running across the map. Now, we've actually still got a lot of gateways in the main. Still got a lot of money, but without a Templar Archives or a Twilight Council, and there's just no splash damage. So the only way you could beat this army is through the Terran stimming himself to death, right? Like, you really need some brutal opioid addiction right now. To be fair, stims, opiates, like, I don't think so. I don't think that would work. Unless in the future somehow taking some heroin makes you pull the trigger better. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it, Figure? I feel like it'd be a different thing. Anyway, pylons being built in the opponent's base. Serprex never one to give up easily. That army, come on. Where's the stim, man? These Zealots are actually doing... Is he actually going to get on the production? Oh, the rally points haven't changed. Oh, no. Oh, no. Change the rally point. Oh, no. These Marines are getting killed by probes. What the fuck? What the fudgesicles, man? Oh, okay. And he does just leave. Okay. What the fuck was that? Thank you, Serprex, for that amazing, glorious shit show of a game. My advice would be to double bag it in future and just rein it in just a little bit. Also, bike tire repair kits definitely do not make condoms good as new. Very different rubber products. Very different. But GG, well played. Thank you for sending in a loss. That was definitely a brave one there. People usually just go, oh, here's my wins. Look how good I am at StarCraft. Often a weird loss is a lot more entertaining. So thank you, Serprex. Thank you, Serprex, for that one. GG, well played. I did like the 4 observers just on pervy mode in the main base from the start. Kind of fantastic.